as well to here is plus 90 again, which will make it 270 degrees. And from here back here will be 360 degrees. So now, when we check this very well, we have 490, which are what made up the 4 quadrants we are talking about. So now, what we are actually saying here, because of time, there won't be time for us to be proving anything. For this first quadrant, the first quadrant here, it's telling us that all the 3 basic trigonometric ratios are positive. That is, I have sine theta is positive, cos theta is positive, and also tan theta is positive. So that's what this one is saying. The second quadrant here says that only sine is positive. That is, sine theta is positive, cos theta is negative, and tan theta is also negative. Then for this third quadrant, we have only tan is positive. That is, sine theta is negative, cos theta is negative, and tan theta is positive. And then for this fourth quadrant, we have only cos to be positive here, which means sine theta is negative, cos theta is positive, and tan theta is negative. So what all these are actually saying is that when I have an angle between 0 and 90 degrees, whether I'm looking for its sine, or its cos, or its tan, they will all be positive. Then for this one, any angle between 90 and 180, whether I'm looking for the sine or cos or tan, the sine is the only one that will be positive, the cos will be negative, and the tan will also be negative. For this one, any angle I'm having from 180 upward to 270, sine will be negative there, cos will be negative, but tan will be positive. And then for this last quadrant as well, any angle from 270 to 360, sine is negative here, cos is negative, and tan is negative. So after we've known this now, that is, whenever we are having a question, we know what we'll be expecting before we can solve. So now, for instance, if you are asked to find sine 280, what this one is telling me is that even before I start solving anything, I should know that my answer will be negative. Why? Because 280 is between 270 and 360, and where sine is negative at that point. So if that should be the case, we are now having formula for each of the quadrants so that we know what we are using to be able to find it if we want to be using our special angle as we said. Now, for this one, we still remain theta. Then for the second quadrant here, we have 180 minus theta. That is, whatever I'm looking for, I will just subtract from 180 and then find that acute angle. For the third quadrant here, I have 180 plus theta. And then for this last angle, I'm having 360 minus theta. So we have all these for the 4 of them. Positive. Okay, as we said that, now you will be having some examples. So with this example, we are going to be knowing how these formula are being applied. Let's say, for instance, we are asked to find the following. Let's say the first one, I was given sine 150. The second one, I have cos 205. Okay, cos 225. Then let's say C. I'm having tan that means that will be in this video. And then I will now go with the formula given to me for the second quadrant, which is 180 minus theta. And in this case, you can see that our theta is 150. So therefore, sine 150 will be the same thing as sine 180 minus 150, because the formula is 180 minus theta and our theta is 150. So the next thing now is that after putting that, sine, is it positive or negative under the second quadrant? We can see that it is positive. That means whatever we'll be having here will be positive value. Then what are we going to be having is sine 180 minus 150 will give me 30 degrees. And that means the only thing I will be doing here now is to find the value of sine 30 degrees, which will give me plus sine 30 degrees from what we did earlier was 1 over 2. That means our answer is positive 1 over 2 or 0.5, depending on how you were asked to do your answer. Now the second one, you were asked to find cos 225 degrees. Cos 225 degrees. So if I have cos 225 degrees, the next thing is to come back here and check which quadrant am I going to be having 225. From 0 to 90, I can't get 225 yet. From 90 to 180 cannot be gotten. 180 to 217, yes, it can be gotten. So what we now have, that means I'm having my value at the third quadrant. So when I have it now, cos 225 will be equals to what? That's where I will be having something of the nature that 180 plus theta is the formula here. Yes. So this angle I'm having here is the acute angle. Is the acute angle, that is, what value am I adding to 180 to get 225? That means it's the same thing as writing cos 225 minus 180. So if I write it this way now, then I will come, what is cos under the third quadrant? Is it positive or negative? I can see that it is negative here. That means whatever we'll be having here will be negative in the end. So I'm having negative cos. When I subtract 180 from 225, that will give us 45 degrees. And then from here henceforth, we can have that this is going to be minus, and then cos 45 degrees from the table we had before was 2 over 2. And that means our answer for cos 225 degrees is minus 2 over 2. And for the last one, we have C here, which is tan 330 degrees. So the same way we did with others, we are going to do that as well, which means that we are going to be using the fourth quadrant, because that's from 270 to 360, and that's where we can find 330 degrees. And what the formula here? The formula here is 360 minus theta. Our theta here is 330. That means I'm having tan 360 minus 330. And then what's the next thing? The next thing to ask myself is tan, is it positive or negative at the fourth quadrant? It is negative. That means I will be having minus tan. So when I subtract 330 from 360, I will be left with 30. And then what is tan 30? Tan 30 was given to be 3 over 3, and that means our answer is minus 3 over 3 for tan 330. And that will be what we are having for ourselves today. So if you actually understand this, I would like you guys to try this one. What is cos 135 going to be? Hope you answer in the comment